it's Ashley and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a top 5, why don't I do 10? It's a top 5 of my favourite concealers from the drugstore. A lot of you guys asked me, that sounds very posh. A lot of you guys asked me in my last video, what the hell's wrong with me? Why am I like slurring my words? I sound really weird. A lot of you guys asked me in my last top 5 videos, I did my top 5 highlighters from the drugstore. Could I make this into a series and do like lots of different like top 5 products from the drugstore? So I'm gonna do that, but I want you guys to know what I like from expensive brands as well, so that you are, you know, getting the best value for your money. If there's some time you want to splurge on a product, that maybe you could see what my recommendations are. I don't know, I'm just saying what you guys have told me, that you like my recommendations, that you trust them, and that means so much to me. Today I'm gonna do my top 5 affordable concealers, and I will do my top 5 high-end concealers also, because I have so many of them. Limiting it down to 5 is going to be tough, I tell you. Okay, I have lipstick on my teeth. Do I always have lipstick on my teeth? Yes, I do. Welcome to my life. Fun. So let's see what my top 5 favorite concealers from the drugstore / affordable brands are. These are in no particular order also. So the first concealer I want to talk about is from LOreal, and this is their Pro Conceal. I never stop talking about this product. This product was introduced to me by, I think, ShanXO or someone like that, and I remember watching a video like 3-4 years ago mentioning this concealer, and I was like, where the hell do I get my hands on that concealer, and how do I get this in Ireland? You can't, but I do buy mine on Beauty Bay, and I'll link it down below. I think like a €4 concealer, I didn't really have major expectations. I have like a frog on my throat. I didn't have major feels towards this. I was just like, you know, how can a €4 concealer do magic? Oh, guys, you haven't lived until you've used this product. Oh my god, I love it. The reason why these products are my favorite concealers, because they, number 1, don't crease. Number 2, they brighten. Number 3, they last all day, and they don't do that blotchy thing underneath my eyes or separate. Ugh, I hate that. And they also keep my under eye area hydrated as well. And this Pro Concealer doesn't crease, and there's so many different colors, like so many. I also use some of the darker shades. Use them to cream contour. I have a full cream contouring video using both of these products, and I'll link that video down below. Now, it is an old video and my techniques are not great. They're kind of but you get the kind of gist of what I was getting at. I actually need to do an updated one of that, but these products are just so amazing. I highly recommend them. They last all day, they don't fade, they don't crease, they don't budge underneath the eye, they brighten, and it doesn't kind of look cakey either, because that's another like mishap I absolutely hate with concealers. Definitely pick up the LOreal concealers if you haven't already. The next concealer has been with me, I think, since like day 1. I think this was one of my first concealers I ever purchased, and it's the True Match concealer from L'Oreal. I absolutely adore this concealer. It is amazing. I use this in my full coverage foundation routine here on YouTube, and loads of people said that they tried this since and have loved it. Brightening, it's illuminating. There's not an awful lot of product in this, I will say, but a little bit of it goes a long way. You literally need like 3 little lines down your face and you're done, because it blends out so well. I highly recommend this. The next concealer I want to talk about is my Maybelline Fit Me Conceal. Oh my god, I love this concealer. I really love it. I'm wearing it today under this eye, not that eye, because the product that it is a dupe for, in my opinion, is the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. They are exactly the same on my skin. They perform exactly the same. I just find that this is so seamless on my skin. It's not heavy either underneath my eyes, and it stops my under eye area looking cakey. Also, I do get creasing underneath my eye. I mean, I'm in my 20s now. I don't have like teenage skin anymore. They are starting to crease a little bit from time to time, and I'm probably gonna get like crow's feet under my eyes at some stage. But for now, this is a great concealer and it doesn't crease, so I'm happy enough with it, and it doesn't seep into any fine lines that I may have. That's why I definitely would recommend picking this up. As well as that, I think it's like €5 or €6, so it's really inexpensive. The next concealer is one of the most raved about concealers, I think, on YouTube, like for years and years, especially from the Irish and the UK bloggers and YouTubers, because it was one of the most remarkable concealers. Like, it's out years. I think this was one of the first concealers, other than the L'Oreal one, that I ever tried. Like, it's out so long, and it is the Lastic Perfection concealer from Collection, and everybody used to rave about it online, and it was like one of the best concealers back in the day. Concealers have definitely come up in the market, in my opinion, because more people are creating better concealers, but this is definitely one of the OG concealers that I've ever tried for not creasing, brightening, and just looking amazing. I've gone through bucket loads of this stuff over the years. At one stage, this was the only concealer that I ever needed, ever owned, ever used, and it was the only concealer I was ever drawn to. First concealer that I remember putting on underneath my eyes, because I used to think when I was a teenager that concealer was just for spots and just correcting your imperfections on your skin, like any redness or anything like that, but I later discovered that concealer can also be used to brighten up your under eyes, especially when they look dull and purple and just like you haven't slept in about a month. This concealer can definitely make you look a lot more awake and alive. Very brightening, very illuminating concealer, and I love it. And the final concealer that I want to talk about is the Wake Me Up concealer. I remember trying this years ago and didn't think too much about it, but I got to try it again when I was in London with Rimmel in March. And since I got it in March, I've been using it non-stop, and this is like my second tube that I've actually purchased myself. The Wake Me Up concealer is definitely one of those kind of up there with the best concealers in my opinion, because it doesn't crease, it's brightening, it covers up the grey or the purpleness that you get underneath your eyes. It makes you look like you haven't slept in about 6 years, and then you just dab on a bit of this and it makes your under eye area look fresh and awake and like you've had the most amazing night's sleep. I absolutely adore this concealer. Again, it doesn't crease on me, and that's what I love about it, and there's nothing more I can say about it. It's quite good. Okay guys, that rounds it all up. My top 5 favorite concealers from drugstore or affordable brands. Most of them are in the local drugstore. The only one is the LA Girl Pro Conceal. I don't know if you can buy that in America in the drugstore, but you cannot buy it in any pharmacies or anything like that in Ireland, but you can buy it in Beauty Bay. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up. Let me know what other top 5 products you would like to see. I will do high-end concealers in a little bit because you've seen concealers now. I don't want to bore you with any more. If there's something else you want to see in the meantime, let me know, and I will talk to y'all very soon. Mwah! Bye guys, I love y'all so much.